What is TWS podcast, episode, whatever, who cares at this point?
Bar.
The rants of the vindicated.
It's my podcast and I do what I want to.
People, listen.
Word, is it still live?
It's not working for me, Rich. All right, we gonna keep going.
I know I changed my voice at work.
Bars on the radio.
What is TWS podcast?
Ready. I feel like the Neanderthal. Staring at my watch and I'm feeling so new school. Suicide attempts, how many tries to take?
They ain't ready.
All right, and welcome to another episode of What is TWS podcast. As always, I am your boy J. Flan, and across from me is my brother Rich Nerd,
Back again.
and we are the White Pants Society. It's been a minute since we've been out here, but we back. Fuck it, like we back, man. I want to shout out to hashtag Blackout Pod for checking out my 4-P challenge verse. I appreciate it. Yeah, it has been a minute since I've been a rapper, so I'll have to send you guys some links to some old music that I did. But
Archives.
yeah, but there is more J Flan music out there. It's just hard to find. You got to be a connoisseur. But fuck it, man. It's been a lot going on. This probably be a quick episode. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time here. Just gonna talk about some shit. What's good with you, Rich?
Man, it's taking life one day at a time, staying busy. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. Running around with family. It's always stressful, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Glad to have another day above the dirt.
Man, I'm gonna tell you some shit that I spoke to Rich about this briefly earlier, but some shit that really bothered me the other day. So I come in the house.
Psychopath story?
Yeah, man.
That's a good one.
So I come in the house, right? And so I'm a big Gill Scott Heron fan. Like, I love Gill Scott Heron. One of my favorite pastimes when I was back home in DC was to get on the subway and get some nice headphones, but the open back headphones, so that your new people could hear your music outside or what. And I would crank up to the highest volume.
You've been petty.
I've been petty. Like, petty is a lifestyle. Nigga. This is me. So yeah, I get the open back headphones and I crank the volume to 10, and I would play The Revolution Would Not Be Televised. I do that like right on the red line when all the white folks was on there. If you're from DC, you understand the red line. Shit, like, if I'm going up in certain directions, I'm on the train with nothing but white folk. And I just be on there like militant as fuck, like staring people right in the face, like, the revolution. You would not be able to stay home, brothers. You would not be able to sit down, plug in, and cop out.
That's that Mike Journey and shit.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, I was on some real militant shit. So Gill Scott Heron, one of my favorites. I love him. So I'm home the other day, and I just, for whatever reason, like, I'm singing "Home Is Where the Hatred Is," and that's one of my favorite Gill Scott Heron joints, because I think I've struggled with certain substance abuse problems throughout my life, and one of the lines in the song is they say kick it, quit it, but have you ever tried? Like people just be telling you let go of shit, and they don't really understand like how difficult that may actually be. But anyway, I digress. So I'm singing this song. I'm singing the very beginning of the song. So I'm gonna do my best Gill Scott Heron impression real quick. So I'm in the house. I'm a junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, and no one seems to know I'm gone. And as soon as I get to the "I left 3 days ago, and no one seems to know I'm gone," Hamps, my wife, starts laughing hysterically. Like, I mean, like, on some this nigga. She like, nobody cares about that nigga. What kind of psychopath did I marry, yo?
That's wrong.
Like, that is one of the like most depressing. Like, you should feel that in your soul when you listen to "Home Is Where the Hatred Is."
Gill Scott need love too.
And my wife is, and when he was homeless, he was probably in DC. Like, he was homeless in DC. Like, I think during that part of his life when he was homeless, he was living in DC. And it just caught me off guard. Like, I had never heard anybody react to that song in that way. And like the song is "Home Is Where the Hatred Is." Like, there's nothing funny about this fucking song. But hey, I'm trying to tell you, the way she was laughing, it was like like she was getting that hearty, you know what I'm saying, deep from the soul laugh, like nobody loves you, nigga. Like she was. That was pent up. Hey yo, she was feeling that shit. I was like, man, a junkie walking through the twilight though. He say, and I think it might not be a bad idea if I never go home again. Like this is some heartfelt, like,
he had to get something off his chest.
Fuck with shit. I love Gill Scott, man.
Apparently, everyone is not a Gill Scott fan.
I don't think she's not a fan of the song. I think she enjoyed. Like I played the rest of the song, and he's talking about like you know, people watching you die, and I think she still had like a smirk on her face. Like I'm really wondering, like, did I marry a psychopath? Like, did I marry somebody who has no feelings toward other human beings? She peeking through the door right now on some psychopathic type shit, right? Like the look on her face right now is like, I kill everybody in this room. Y'all keep talking about me, and I wouldn't even bat an eyelash.
After I leave, I'm gonna text you like once every 2 hours. Just
make sure I'm okay.
Make sure you're okay.
She looking right now like, I kill both of y'all and then read Elise bedtime stories. I wouldn't even bat it. I wouldn't even think about it. A junkie walking through the twilight. She laughing. Look. Oh, right. That's my life, man. That's my life. That's my life living with my wife that I love, you know, more than anyone in this. Very much. Very, very much. I won't say more than anyone in this world because Elise is right there. And I wouldn't have Elise if it wasn't for her. So we on that. All right. So speaking of parenthood, right? So, all right, I'm going to talk about this too. So my daughter, right? She has a habit, like when she eats, she's a lip smacker. Like she's everything, enjoying the shit out, and it'd be like fucking with me because I'm not a big vegetable person, right? Like, I don't eat a lot of vegetables, and right now,
feel like you missing out.
And right now, my daughter is like vegetarian to the I don't know what the fuck is, to the extreme. Like you try to give her some meat and she be like, "The fuck you mean, dog? Like what is this? Mm-hmm. What is this? Where's my broccoli? Where she be on that DMX shit? Where's my broccoli? Give me the carrots, nigga. What are you doing?" She don't want the meat. Pause. But yeah, so she was eating some broccoli the other day, and she was and it started fucking with me like, this broccoli sounds like succulent and amazing. Like maybe I am missing out on fucking broccoli. Yeah. Like cause she made that broccoli sound good as shit though. I don't understand. I gotta try broccoli again. I'm gonna be disappointed. We all know, but fuck it though.
I mean, I had some broccoli yesterday that
you be trying to Emerald Lagasse your broccoli. You be having like
damn,
like Parmesan crusted.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, it'd be good. But nah, so shout out to the Mrs. RG Mode. She been chefing it up. I haven't cooked one day this week. She
damn,
was like, you know what?
Oh shit.
She's like,
oh
no,
shit,
I gotta do it. I want to cook.
She made me get the high pitched voice, son.
She made these pork chops one day. They was good.
Oh shit.
Potatoes.
Hey.
Whipped up this baked chicken. Damn. That was good with the sides.
That reminds me. I got to go back and listen to the what did I just say? It's the I got to listen to them dudes, the Blackout podcast again.
Yeah.
Hashtag Blackout Pod again. Because they keep talking about this seasoning. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I gotta feel like I'm hearing good things about this season. Like people, it's some sort of rub, you know. Pause. But I gotta check this shit out. And again, you know, all right. So let me talk about that verse that they review on the show. I do want to talk about that because as an artist, I think like. And maybe it's just me, but no, it's the other artists that I've been around. Like we put a lot into our work, you know, mm-hmm. And you know, and I'm not one of these new generation rappers where it's just like, you know, you put some shit out because it rhyme or stick to the beat or whatever, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, nah, like verses to me are works of art. It's poetry. Yeah. It's a lot that goes into it. So I definitely felt like those dudes felt the verse. They caught a lot of the punchlines. They was right there with it, you know, and I appreciate that. They appreciated the verse. They made it clear they wanted to hear more music from me, and I got to give them more music. Yeah. But one of the things I wanted to do here was I wanted to do my little like Jay-Z Decoded type moment, because I do feel like there's layers to the verse that maybe not everybody understood. Yeah, and then, you know, I don't know. I want to make sure that y'all understand
I liked it.
That the shit is deeper than music. Like, you know, it went a little further. So it, you know, the whole thing was for the pussy, right? And then I'm saying pussy again, and I don't like the word. It's hurting me. My lips burning right now because I said the shit twice. But the whole point of the verse for me was to kind of show a progression, to show where I was maybe at 18, 19, 20 to where I am now at 36. So if you listen to the verse, you'll hear, you know, in the beginning, I am in that, you know, first of all, I lay the groundwork. I let you know, like, I might rhyme for the pussy. I might flash back to 09 for the, and let's see, how old was I in 09? I said that shit because it rhymed, but let's actually figure out how old I was in 09. Like, it's we 2017 right now, and I'm 36.
Minus 10 at 3.
That's a lot of math, nigga. What we talking about? What we talking about? We talking about 20.
What's that? 26.
All right, 26. All right, it's all right. It's all right. So I might flash back
something like that
to 09 for the pussy. All right, and then I talk about I might catch a case. I might skinny dip cross Crystal Lake. Like, that's shit you do as a young dude for the ass. Like, you know, like I'd rather say ass than pussy. I don't know why. I just would rather. That's how I feel. So it's like at 26, yeah, I might catch a case. I might skinny dip across a lake where a nigga that kill people, you know, I might do some nondescript shit in the pursuit of a sexual favor. Like, I really don't like that word. Anyway, all right, and then I move on to like where did I go from there? I was like, you know, I might sit through a date, but I guarantee you I don't wait, you know. So I grew up a little bit, you know, I'm dating, you know, but I don't, you know, but I'm dating for the purpose of getting the ass, you know. So if you don't give it to me, I'm moving on to the next joint, you know. And then it went to that whole, you know, I put a lock on the pussy, you know, like you grow up and that's your girl, you want to have this, you know, and you want everybody to know that's yours, you know. And then, you know, by the end of the verse, it's, you know, I protect and provide, you know. Like, we grow up throughout the verse. Exactly. So there's jokes in the verse about, you know, Crystal Lake. Here's the one I'm not sure anybody got. And that was the whole 45 joint. Did you get the 45 line?
What was the line?
So the line is, I say, I might preach for the pussy. I know it's mine when I reach for the pussy. So I ain't got to pull a 45 on the pussy. Shorty know I pack heat all the time for the pussy.
Yeah. So I assume you were actually talking about a 45.
No, I'm talking about Bush.
Okay.
So I say I know it's mine when I reach. You feel me? I know it's mine when I reach for the pussy. Damn, so I
felt like I caught most of the pros in that verse.
So that was the one line I don't think anybody caught. I was like, you know, I know it's mine when I reach for it, so I don't have to pull a 45. Speaking of Bush, I ain't got to you know what I'm saying? Shorty know I pay heat all the time for, you know. Trump. So. Yeah, so that was the Trump line. And I'm not sure anybody got that. So I just wanted to have my little decoded moment. I just wanted to do it because, you know, it was some fun. I only did it, you know, for fun. I did it because I felt like, you know, I just wanted to play around. I felt creative at the moment. So let's do it.
I listened to it a few times. First time I listened to it just because it's like my brother put out some music, so of course I'm gonna listen to it off of GP just because that's what you're supposed to do. Right. When your family do shit, you're supposed to support them.
Say it again, Nick. Say it again.
When your family do shit, you're supposed to support.
You support that shit, Nick.
And then,
goddamn.
After that, I listened to it again because I wanted to hear exactly what the words were. Because the first time I listened to it, during the support stage, actually it was catchy.
Yeah.
So I played it again, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing." And then I was like, I know Jared. He gonna be an asshole on this track. And it's gonna be some shit that he think like somebody he gonna attack somebody. It's gonna be a jab or something. So I listened to it again, and I was like, this is actually pretty fucking good. And then I played it for Renee, so I ended up listening to like a fifth and a sixth time. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. And I'm proud of caught most of the pros, and I thought it was good.
I'm proud of it. Like, you know, for somebody who been out the game for a minute, who just decided to fuck around with some lyricism, because it's what I enjoy doing. I was proud of it, and it's really made me want to get back. I was just talking to 1-3 before you got here, and we was talking about, you know, like there's a lane open right now for our generation that still loves hip hop, and maybe, you know, and no diss to mumble rap or whatever you want to call it, it's just not our shit. But, you know, there's a lane open for people who was looking for what we used to do. So it might be a project coming. I don't know. Hashtag Blackout Pod. Y'all be the first ones to know. I appreciate you, brothers, though. I really do. Thank you for the love. Thank you for reviewing the verse and appreciating it for what it was. That definitely meant a lot to me.
Yeah. I don't think I put that much. So I put thought into mine. I don't think I put that much. I honestly just wanted to do it for fun, and I really wanted to see how many times I can say pussy. Like, so I don't particularly like the word myself. I never really say it in my actual life.
Yeah.
So I was like, how many times can I say this during this verse before like it just completely gets on my nerves to where I can't talk anymore? Like, I just kept writing, and I'll write it again, and then I'll write it, and I'll write it again. And I got to the point where it was like, I can't even make another sentence. It was bothering me. But mine was reflective of just my life as it stands over maybe like the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Renee's relationship, our progression. Nothing past like this past 4 years, but it was just me. It was us. Me being an adult about the situation, just doing what I got to do. So no hitting meanings. Yet still, if it was a verse, a line in there that you didn't catch, and I intentionally did not mean to guise anything, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Yeah,
I was straightforward as it gets, mobile.
Nothing should have went over your head. Pause.
Man, all right. So let's see, what's some shit to talk about right now? All right, let's talk about this Lonzo LeVar Ball situation.
Speaking of Lonzo,
all right, go ahead.
Real quick, I feel like I need to get this off my chest. I want to admit it. You guys are probably going to ridicule me. I did it just because I watched episode 1 of the Lonzo Ball family.
Family TV show? Yeah, I
watched episode 1. I was like, they really got a show? What are they going to talk about? So I watched episode 1 and I was like, I don't feel any better about the family. I don't necessarily feel any worse, but it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be.
It was going to be.
Yeah.
Fuck it though.
He's got too much of a tight hold, like on them, like they like. What did you have for breakfast? Can I tell him, Dad? Can I tell him? Like, what? It's fucking annoying. Like, he has to approve everything.
So, and that's kind of where I want to go with this whole discussion. Like, so I think LeVar has been catching the most flack because he's so outspoken about his sons. He always has something to say, and he's grabbing the headlines and he's grabbing some of the shit. Because Lonzo really hasn't said shit. Like, Lonzo made that one comment about Nas not being hip hop, so fuck him for life. But other than that, like,
and at the same time, we already know why he said that, so we can get past it.
All right, okay. So let's back it all the way up, because I was backing all the way up. All right, so I just growing up, right? We grew up in the R&B / hip hop era, right? So when you was a kid, like, you maybe wasn't into hip hop like at 8 or 9 or 5 or 6. Maybe at that point you was a R&B kid. You was listening to Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or whatever the fuck. But, you know, eventually you became a hip hop kid. Mm-hmm. If somebody said like Marvin Gaye to you. You wouldn't be like Marvin Gaye ain't music. Like I don't never remember feeling that kind of way. Like I could say some shit.
It's a different generation. These kids.
What is the difference? Like what is happening with these motherfuckers that they feel that they got
different? They don't have it like
they got the juice to say that Nas is not like just say. I'm not familiar with Nas's music. I don't know nothing about Nas.
Like people like Run DMC and Marvin Gaye. It wasn't my generation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But you knew better than to diss these.
I know better than to diss them, but I also know enough to actually give it a chance. And in doing so, I developed an appreciation. So I did go back.
Yeah, but even if you didn't go back, you knew that you knew they were whoever they were.
You know what it is? It's this generation is totally different. There's no such thing as Big Mama anymore. There's no such thing as respecting your elders. I don't see anybody respecting anybody. There's no real bonds. There's no getting to know somebody on an emotional level.
I mean, LeVar
face-to-face contact.
LeVar ain't playing no Nas in the house. Like he ain't putting the fear of hip hop in these niggas.
He probably not. But
I'm just saying.
I don't think that's something that anyone from our generation would have.
I don't remember. Like I'm not saying you gotta respect. You gotta know these artists and you gotta like revere these artists the same way that we revere these artists. But I didn't know who Chubby Checker was as a kid, but I knew enough about Chubby Checker to know that I'm not going to badmouth Chubby Checker, like or Smokey Robinson or motherfucking. Like we could just go up and down the list.
Knowing that these people they had verifiable resumes.
Maybe it's because we not in the era of sampling no more. Like, these new beats is all the same beat. They just a little 808 and some shit they don't sample no more. Like, they ain't no more samples.
Who did Tiny Boat make fun of?
What the fuck is Tiny Boat?
Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty said that Biggie wasn't. Lil Yachty said that Biggie wasn't hip hop, but I mean, he came back and backtracked on that. He was like, he didn't know Biggie's music. He had a chance to listen to some of Biggie's music, and now respects him for what he is.
To a certain extent, I gotta feel like
that's
bullshit. That's bullshit. There is I can't fathom that anyone can be in the hip hop rap industry and not know who Nas is or Jay-Z is or Tupac or Biggie or Ice Cube and take it to keep going. Eazy-E, Run DMC. There is no way. Like,
can't know who
you can't
Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, Ice-T.
You gotta know the progression. Everybody might not like all of them. Bambaataa, Kool Herc. I love them niggas. Pause. But I listen to the music. You may not be a fan of theirs, but you gotta know who they are. It's for you to be in hip hop and rap and all of that stuff now. You have had to at least one time looked at these dudes' resumes. But
and it feels unique to hip hop because I was just sitting here thinking, like, when you hear people like LeBron talk or these NBA players, they talk about past NBA players and and they study history.
That's the thing.
But it's like hip hop artists don't study history. They have no appreciation. These new dudes don't seem to have an appreciation for history. And that's what I think is drawing the generational gap more than anything else, is that you don't appreciate what created the pedestal that you're sitting on right now. Like, if it wasn't for Big, if it wasn't for Pac, if it wasn't for a lot of these dudes, rap wouldn't be mainstream in the way it is right now. You wouldn't be able to do Sprite commercials right now. You know what I mean?
The culture is different, and you got to see it's a even with some of the younger dudes out right now, it's a big line between the J. Coles and the Kendricks and the Drakes. Right. But
it's like
people like Lil Yachty and stuff like that.
You don't even need J. Cole to come out and say, I know who Biggie was, I know who Pac was, I know who Nas was. You can listen to his music and be like, yeah, he knows who Biggie was.
That's why I say it's a fine line, and it's not like it's a big difference, but those couple of years and the mentality and the mindset, you can tell like they're true to hip hop culture, and it's in them. So therefore, if it's a part of you, it's a part of life, and you're actually hip hop. You're gonna research, you're gonna study, you're gonna learn your history. These dudes got on the mic and they was like, boat, and somebody was like, oh, and they did it again.
That's sad. All right. I blame myself. To this day I blame myself because I didn't go as hard as I should have gone in my heyday of rap when I could have been a rapper. Yeah, I gave up. You know why I gave up rap? Because rap is so competitive, and it reached a point where I couldn't listen to music without listening to it like, what could I have done better? Like, I was listening to other dudes' songs, like waiting for them to take a bar off so I could figure out how I could remix that song, body it, and make a name off of doing their song better than they did, Like it just, so I couldn't even be a fan no more. Like I couldn't even enjoy the music no more. Like it was straight work all the time. Like, the thing I loved more than anything had now become like a job, like a straight up every day, every song job. So that was really the reason I left it alone. All right. We're going to encapsulate that conversation, and we're going to go back to Lonzo and LeVar, right? So what is it? Lonzo right now, I think is averaging close to a triple-double in the league, but it's pretty much based off of one game. He had one game that was like crazy.
What was it? He was like 1 assist shy or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And then the other two games, like he scored like 3 points, 8 points. Like it was, dumb numbers, and his percentages are low. But so they playing the Wizards tonight. I'm not watching the game. I wish I was. But they interview LeVar. We keep giving this nigga chances to talk, and every time he talk, he say some shit that we got to talk about. But they interview him, and they asked him about the game tonight, and he was like, the Wizards better beware because Lonzo ain't going to lose 2 games in the same week. Whatever. And then, Marcin Gortat came out and was like, John Wall is going to torture him for 48 minutes. And then John Wall came out and said, it's, what did he say? Like no holds barred, like he's all in, like he's going in. Like I'm paraphrasing. I can't remember exactly what John Wall said, but it was like no limits. Like I'm in. Like, so LeVar is like cash. He's cashing checks that we not. Yeah, he putting the target. He putting the target on. So at what point? Because I think we've all tried to stay away from LeVar a little bit because it's like you can't fault.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get mad at a black father for loving his children, being proud of his children, raising his children. He's done obviously an amazing job of raising 3 sons. And Lonzo, to LeVar's credit, seems to be a great kid. Like I said, he's not flashy. He's not talking. He's playing. He's playing hard. He's doing what he has to do out on that court. But it's LeVar. Like, at what point? I think all of us, like right now, for me, like if I wish LeVar Ball was my dad. I wish I'd have had that coming up. Maybe shit would have been different for me. Yeah,
that unwavering, unyielding support.
And that willingness to drive you to be what they know you can be. Like, I feel like your kids have potential, but if somebody doesn't, like, almost sometimes force you to live up to that potential, like, who knows?
But then it's like at a certain point, like, when does his over boisterousness like become a hindrance?
Right.
And I get it. The more LeVar stays in the media, the more Zoe stays in the media.
But Zoe made it though. Zoe is in the league. He's a starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. Like is now not the point where you can let him create his own legacy?
And then that was my next question. So is it to the point where Zoe has to say, you know what? I get it. You got me here. You wanted the attention on me. The attention is on me now. But it's almost as if, are you pushing because you think that I'm going to underperform and I can't get the attention myself? Or you know what I mean? You
That's
just
a
want
good
the attention
point.
on
That's
you.
a very good point.
If you believe in me like you say you do,
let me go out there and earn that.
Prove it. Let me shut them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that spotlight. I mean? You don't have to put the spotlight on me. I'm about to grab it. I got it. I got it, Pops.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because he got the 2 others. Like, he pulled LiAngelo out of he's homeschooling LiAngelo now or some shit. And where's the other son? Like, all right.
Is he like next year going to?
First of all right, message to black people. I love my people. I love y'all. I swear to God, I love all of y'all. But this name shit.
Yeah.
Like, you want to know some funny stuff? Like, so no diss on my wife's family, but my wife's name is Tammy. Her brothers are Timothy, Thaddeus, and Terrence.
So teed up. And when we were having our daughter, like, that was part of the discussion. Like, you need to keep it in the family. Like, put a T on that shit. No, that's not my thing. That's y'all thing. I'm happy for you.
Right.
But we're going to start something new on this side.
Right. But it's like, yeah, so your name is LeVar. You got Lonzo, LiAngelo, though. Yeah. And what's the other? I can't remember the other one. LaMelo. Word? like LaMelo, my nigga. Like, all right, folks. Like, and I got people on my side of the family. I got a set of cousins that's China, Kenya, and is it Paris? No, it's China, Kenya, and India. Mm-hmm. And I got another set of cousins that's Mercedes, Porsche, and I don't want to say the girl name is Ferrari, but it might be. It might motherfucking be. I don't know. I'm just saying, people, like, come on.
Yeah, that was.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Come on, man.
I'm surprised they didn't get teased more. That's probably why they joined the team.
That's how you become an athlete. I'm convinced that that's how you become an athlete. I look at brothers like Santana Moss and Sonora Moss. If your name is Santana, you got to be strong and fast. It's the only options you got. If your name is Sonoris, strong and fast. I look at
or funny.
Funny.
At the end of the day, you gotta have a talent.
You gotta have a talent because niggas is coming for you. Yeah. You got Barkevius. What was it? Barkevius Mingo, and what was his brother's name? Hugh Tavius. Barkevius and Hugh Tavius. Yeah, you got to go to the gym. Like, you got no other choice. You got to bulk up.
See what happened to Thaddeus.
Hey, I didn't say it, Thaddeus. Rich said it. We got to get them shirts.
Got a bodybuilding name.
You got a body weight. We got to get them shirts made. Thaddeus Millennial. He's we doing it right now. We saying it's going to happen. Thaddeus Godfrey in the Olympics 2020.
It can happen.
It can happen. We're going to get the shirt. We're going to be there. TWS is going to be there with Thaddeus Godfrey in the Olympics.
Win that whole 2020. He did martial arts.
Yeah. Nah. That nigga's like, we could be talking about him like Chuck Norris in a couple years. They were like, Chuck Norris once.
Rock meets Bruce Lee and shit out this motherfucker. I seen that picture. I was like, ain't this nigga too big to be doing martial arts and shit? But he's fucking kicking ass and taking names.
Kicking ass, yeah. So yeah, shout out to Thaddeus. Shout out to my brothers-in-law. My brother-in-law T, about to have a young one, about to have a little girl, Faith. So I'm hoping by the time I go home for Thanksgiving, I get a chance to meet her.
Oh, you say you're gonna make the trip?
Yeah, I bought my ticket today. I'm going. Oh, and prayers out to 1-3 and Sophia. They had a fire in the house, man.
Oh wow.
So everybody made it out safe, but house has got to get
didn't they just get back from vacation?
These niggas are always on vacation. They going to the Maldives for Thanksgiving.
I looked online. These niggas was on a boat. I was like, well, shit, happy for you. And then they was like, oh, get back, drop the bags, fire.
Hey, we on a boat.
That's crazy.
And we about to go back on another boat. Hey, one day that'll be we get this shit popping, But yeah, LeVar Ball, like I can't say I don't wish that was my pops, but yeah, at some point you gotta let your son shine. Like,
just, yeah, it's his turn.
Let him have
what he gotta do. Hand over the mantle. Yeah.
I don't know.
It is what it is. But that the middle son, what's the middle son? Is he LiAngelo? The middle son LiAngelo? So the young one is LiAngelo, right? The middle
is
one
the middle one LaMelo?
Whatever. Anyway, have you ever heard that nigga talk?
Nah, I to be honest with you, I've never heard Lonzo talk.
I swear to God, the middle one sounds like.
Oh, that's right. You watched the show. My bad.
What's his name? Whoa, hold on. Football player with the bald head with the big earring. The black dude. L something. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know,
Not
man.
Latrell. Anyway, it sound like that nigga had like 6 or 7 of those concussions back to back.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh no, I gotta find it. This nigga. The way this nigga talk,
He's only a kid.
that nigga ain't no kid.
He's just a boy. You ought not to say that about him. He's just a boy.
That shit crazy, but yeah.
Some people call it a modern blade. I call it a sling blade. Oh man.
No, the young one is LaMelo.
So LiAngelo is the middle. Every time I hear them joints, you know what I think about Orange Julius for some reason. I don't know why. Like their name just reminds me of Orange Julius every time. I want an Orange Julius right now. They used to have an Orange Julius in Iverson Mall. I miss Iverson Mall.
He talked like a 13 frogs having a party in his throat.
All right, pause. But hey, all right. So fantasy football though, Rich.
I suck.
But you number one in the other joint in the
I think I had
from the other
job
we used to work free scale. You number one in the free scale league.
And I went in there I went in there after I went to ours for Joe and set my thing, and then I kept going back, and then when I go to Yahoo, for instance, it would take me to that one, and I'm like, all right, update, and then I go to the other one and update. But I ended up drafting way better in the other one than I did in the 4 Joe league. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, my wife is number one. Tammy, hold on, grandma knows best.
Yeah,
number one.
Looked like Yesenia was mad about it too. I was reading the comments on the post.
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
Haters want to hate. Haters want to hate.
And Manny up there, he was trying to sneak by.
And I'm telling you, like, Manny is. I was proud of my wife for winning. Like, I didn't know how to feel because if Tammy had lost, I could have jumped in the first place. But I think playoff teams, and that don't include you right now, Rich. Mm-hmm. But playoff teams in our league, we need to get together and we need to keep Manny out the playoffs because that nigga team is crazy. And if he gets in, I think it's over. Pause. But yeah, man, I'm having a much better fantasy year than it started out to be. So I'm enjoying that.
So I don't want to interrupt you. Just looked at Facebook. I gotta say, Alexander Anderson, Mr. Celebrity Hair Corp.
Yeah.
I appreciate the post he just made on Facebook.
All right.
He said, I don't mean to disturb anyone, but I did send out an invitation to my new business page. Thank you. Y'all see these damn posts? Put up there, oh, I got a new episode 2 weeks later. Oh, shit, you got a podcast? You saw the post. Got scrolling by my shit.
Yeah. I be going hard on the post. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That shit was here go Trees arguing with Jared about the fact that she likes nuts with her candy corn.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help family out. Like, you can't be talking about
as soon as I read that
the
shit,
candy corn with the nuts. Like, hey.
I was like, I know she want to pause this. I was like, I'm gonna let it rock for a minute. Maybe she didn't realize it. Also, another motherfucking sidebar. She just got a haircut. Guess who cut her hair? Motherfucking Clipper Beast.
Oh man, so she got an appointment before you did.
This motherfucker got an appointment before I did.
She slipped in on you.
That's some sexist, racist, statist bullshit.
Hey, shout out to Clipper Beast. I just got my haircut yesterday night, so that's my man.
Yeah, I got an appointment tomorrow at 3. I'm gonna be on time. Don't have nobody in that seat. But yeah, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Went on the app, booked it. So we'll see what happens.
I got to shout out the Hair Lounge, man. Like, if you in the Austin area, the Austin, Pflugerville, Cedar Park, whatever the fuck else is around this. Yeah, if you in the area, hit up Hair Lounge, man. Like, cause not only do you get a cut, but every time I go in there, they have some. either some interesting music playing or some or good video going. You learn some shit. You got a lot of
artwork is good too.
The artwork is dope.
Her name, she got a few pieces in there now, but I was like,
okay. The artwork is dope. Like everything is just it's a positive environment. You're gonna come out there feeling good about yourself, not only, because of your haircut or your hairdo, but just because of what the camaraderie and the experience that you had while you was in there. So that the Hair Lounge is a dope place. I shout out to Clipper Beast and Champ, Kaylin.
I think Champ ended up going back to school. I think Kaylin is in like a band or something like that. So everybody doing their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Champ in there the last couple times I've been in there. But that's it. All right, man. I think we've shot the shit for long enough.
Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go home. Tomorrow's gonna be another long day. Renee been helping out her parents, so gonna drive her over there at 6 a.m. so I can make it to work on time.
And I'm on call, and I think we got a crazy thing happening tonight, so I'm gonna be on the phone for the majority of the night.
Yeah, I hate being on call.
But anyway, it's been dope getting back. We're gonna get this episode out to y'all. But in the meantime, it's a lot of darkness out there. Fuck the darkness. Be the light.
Peace.
Peace.